Hi friends, welcome back to Sheena's Homestead. Today I have a huge surprise for you guys. I am going to wait till the end to tell you all about it. Not trying to be dramatic. I'm just going in the line of events here. So that'll tie us all up and wrap everything together, you'll see. But I am really excited to tell you about that surprise. Today I wanted to talk to you about our 2025 gardening season. It is right around the corner. I know we're only mid-January, but we start our seeds in February. So we're really getting very close to that time of year. And it's a good time to sit down and ask yourself a couple questions and make sure that you are ready for this upcoming year. So one of the first questions on that list is what worked for me last year and what didn't. So that is a really important question, and I want you to really think about it. You know, look back at all the stuff that you grew and think about it. Did it bring you joy? Did you use it? Did you cook with it? Did your family eat it? Did it end up just going bad? Is it something that you ended up just feeding the chickens or something like that? And is it worth your time? Because sometimes we grow things just to feed our chickens. That can be, and if that works for you, that's great. But I'll give you an example. Last year I grew, well, every year I grow cabbage. And I don't know why I grow cabbage. We don't eat very much of it. I do make some sauerkraut, and that is, you know, something that we enjoy from time to time, but it's not something that is worth it to me, because I did find an outsource for my cabbage. We were on vacation up north in the North Woods of Wisconsin, and I found a lady who sources Amish gardening and crops and food. And so we found some honey up there at a great price, raw honey. And we also found cabbage, and she was selling it at such a cheap price that I thought to myself, you know what? I can't let this take up any more of my time in my own garden. It's not something that serves me well, and it just takes up too much time. And we have a short growing season here, so the cabbage really takes a long time to come to full harvest for me, and it's just one of those things that doesn't work out. So that's the kind of thing I want you to start thinking about, and making sure that each and everything that is in your garden is serving your family well. Which leads me to my second point, and the second thing I want you to think about is, do you have all of the seeds that you need for this planting season? So I want you to go through all of your seeds, your whole box, and whatever else you have. Most of us gardeners like to collect seeds. So go through it and make a priority list. So, you know, go through all the ones that you have and write from top to bottom the things that you plant the most, things that you grow the most. And maybe that's based on how easy it is to grow in your area, or, you know, something like that. Or it could be ranked by, you know, how much your family uses. Whatever works for you. But make a list of all the things that you're planning to plant this season and just have them ranked. And then go through your seeds and make sure that you have all the seeds that you need. You can order from Baker Creek. I absolutely love this company. I am a photographer, as you can see, is my main job. Well, actually, my main job is a mother. I am a mom to 4 kids. You can see here, they are the subjects of most of my fine art. But secondly, I am a photographer. And third, I am a gardener. So go through this catalog. You can see how beautiful and lovely each of the pages are. Their photography is amazing, and it is a treat to be able to go through this magazine and look for the things that you want to try. This is on the back of the magazine this year, and it's a blue sweet pea. It's called the Thai blue butterfly pea. And first of all, these flowers are so fragrant. They're amazing. I grew them for the first time this last year, and they are definitely going to be on my list for this next year. But you can use, I guess, the flowers for food dye. And as you know, we live a very natural lifestyle. We don't have any fake dyes in any of our foods, if I can help it. So I will be growing these flowers, and I will probably freeze dry them into a powder so that I can use them for my own food coloring. But back to the checklist, go through all of your seeds, see what you need more of, and make sure you get that ordered right away. All right, last on the list is getting prepared for winter sowing. If you don't know what winter sowing is, I will link my videos down below of things that, of episodes that I've done in the past so that you can see what winter sowing looks like. But I'll give you a quick little summary. We start our seeds very early, and we try to use all of the resources that we have given to us. And not everybody has a greenhouse, not everybody has lights. I do have a couple racks of lights that I will start my tomatoes on, and maybe some of my peppers too. But I have very limited space when it comes to my lighting. So I default to winter sowing, and it has been such an amazing process. Is very hands-off, but you do need a couple things for supplies, and those things you should start trying to source now so that you are ready next month. And that is milk jugs or any kind of like filtered water bottles, you know, the kind that come in like 2 liter, you know, or bigger bottles. Anything that's clear or mostly opaque, like milk jugs, as long as you can, you know, get sun through them, you can use those too. When it becomes this time of year, I let everyone know at Rob's office that I am looking for these types of things, and they usually save them for me. And then I get a couple garbage bags full of milk jugs and orange juice jugs, as long as they're the clear kind. You don't want the cardboard kind because sunlight cannot penetrate through that, so that won't help you. So they'll start sending those in to me, and I will be all ready for my winter sowing. So that is something that I usually do about this time of year so that I am ready to go. And then the process for that is we're basically creating mini greenhouses with our milk jugs and such. So I will cut them in half, and then I'll poke holes in the bottom of them for drainage. I fill them with a little bit of pea gravel. The reason I do that is so that we get storms here in the Midwest, and you know, I don't want them like blown off the table or whatever. So I put a little bit of pea gravel at the bottom. It's also, you know, good for drainage and stuff too. And then planting soil on the top, and then I plant my seeds in it. I mark what it is on there, and then I tape the center where I cut it open, and we leave the lid off, and you put it outside, even in the snow. You can cover them with a blanket if it gets a little too frosty. And from time to time, you just want to pick them up, make sure that they have a good weight to them, which means they have enough water. But generally, they have their own greenhouse effect inside that bottle, and you don't have to spend a lot of time watering them. And by the time you are ready in April and May to start planting out, you won't believe the size of some of these plants. They grow up and sometimes all the way through the milk carton, or the milk jug, I should say. And they are super hardy because they started outside. I mean, just everything is perfect because it's natural sunlight and it's a natural process. So winter sowing has become my method of choice, I should say, for starting my seeds. And I didn't use any starters last year at all. I actually didn't use any the year before either. And that saves so much money. Plus, it's a really nice accomplishment to be able to look at your garden and think that every single thing that you grew in your garden came from a seed that you planted. It's just, I don't know, for me, I really love it. So give winter sowing a chance and come along with me for that process, which leads me to the end of my video and the reveal of my surprise. Okay, so my surprise is that I have started a Facebook group just for you guys. I thought that it would be a really nice way for all of us to be able to connect on a more personal level. I know that a lot of you follow me for my cooking, gardening, and canning videos, which is wonderful, but YouTube is great. It just, there's a little bit of a disconnect as far as being able to talk with a person like they're a friend. And I would like to connect with all of you because you are all of my friends. And I thought that it'd be a really nice way for us to be able to ask questions, and I can help you in a better, more efficient manner. Along with, I can send out reminders in the group just to remind you that, this week I'm planting this and I'm doing this. And it might just be an easier way for you to learn, connect, and follow along. So that's my big surprise. I hope you're as excited as I am. I'm going to link down below my Facebook group. My page is Sheena's Homestead on Facebook, and the very first post on Sheena's Homestead, because I literally just started this page yesterday. So I don't even think there's anyone in the group yet. If you want to be the first one that's added to my group, go ahead and run over there right now and click in. I think there's just one question to answer, and then I'll let you into the group. But I think it's going to be a really great space for all of us to be able to encourage each other and get to know each other a little bit better, because the whole reason I created this channel was to just have community, and I'm still learning too. I have gardened for quite a while, but there's still things that I'm learning, and I would love to be able to connect with you guys and bounce questions off of each other and just be in a more helpful atmosphere. And, then you guys can learn from each other as well. So that's my surprise, and I hope that that makes you happy. And I hope that it's encouraging to you, because I know there's a lot of you out there who are, trying to get started, but, there's just something holding you back. But now there are no excuses, and there's nothing to hold you back, because I will literally be there holding your hand. So head on over to that group and let's get started together. I'm very excited about the 2025 gardening season. It is still winter here. We have snow on the ground and sub-zero temperatures this weekend. It's going to be very chilly, but we have to keep our spirits up and stay positive and think about the spring, which will be here before we know it. And if we're not prepared by doing the 3 things that I questioned you and tried to motivate you to do today, then we won't be ready. So make sure you go through that checklist, and also head on over to my group, and we will work on our gardens this year together. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I hope you found this encouraging and helpful, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Goodbye.